this is the Bijou Baker. I'm Maria. Today I'm going to make a couple of things. The cinnamon rolls that I make, I've made them before. I'm just going to do them step by step again this time because it's been a while. And I'm going to make my interpretation of the dip that I had yesterday at the lodge, the Sasquatch kitchen. They had sweet potato fries and this marshmallow fluff kind of dip stuff to dip it in. Oh my God, that was so good. My first thought is this needs to be in cinnamon rolls. So I'm gonna make that. It is so easy, and I gotta tell you, I nailed it. It was simple. It wasn't a great challenge. So the cinnamon rolls. Yeah, I'm going to a pool party, so I thought, let me just make these now, which explains this kind of stuff going on. I'm gonna make these now, and then by the time they're out of the oven, I'll be ready and we can head out. And you know, swimming is so incredibly therapeutic for Lynn. So she and I will stay in the pool for hours. So what are we gonna lose, right? Not a thing. It's all day. It's all good. It's gonna be a great day. So here are the cinnamon rolls. When I'm using yeast, there are two absolutes that I use in my recipes. Warm milk. Here I'm using 1 cup of warm milk, warm like what you would have for a baby's bottle, and a heaping 1/4 cup of sugar. You could do 5 tablespoons, but just a heaping 1/4 cup will work. And I mix them up and let them combine. I'm going to add the butter. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add, after I mix it up, because I'm a firm believer that you don't touch the yeast once you put it in there. So I'm going to sprinkle my yeast right on top of the stuff that I put in that I mixed well, and I'm just going to let this bloom. Yeah, we got dogs. So the yeast is going to bloom. It's going to sit for 10 minutes. In the meantime, I'm going to mix the salt and the flour, just kind of to incorporate it, and put it aside. I'm going to take 1 large egg and give it a quick whisk and put that aside for later as well. After 10 minutes, your yeast has bloomed and it looks kind of like brain. That's the best description I have for it. Then you're going to add the whisked egg and the flour. Personally, I always make sure not to touch my yeast until I'm ready to get to the next step. So when it's blooming, just let it do its stuff. I started off slow, let it combine, and then I'll pick it up to a medium. So I'm increasing the speed, and I'll know it's done when I get 1 ball. The bowl gets kind of cleaned and everything kind of pulls together. It's really kind of cool. I'm intentionally letting the whole process go so you can see about how long it takes. So, and then notice how it's all just, look at the bowl, it's getting clean and everything's going to come together. Beautiful. So now this is done. The dough is going to be tacky but not sticky. It won't stick to me, but it'll stick to itself. That's perfect. Time to roll this baby out. See, it's not sticking to my hands, but you can feel it kind of tack together. So that's nice. So I'm going to knead it for a few minutes, not too long, but I want to make sure it all comes together. And when you knead, if you didn't know, you use the ball of your hand and you push down and then squish it away. See, right there. You're going to pick it up, squish it down, and then push it away. That's how you knead, in case you needed to knead. This is coming along perfectly. So I have it into a nice ball. That's it. That's all I need to do. I'm going to take a bowl and spray it with some nonstick spray. You don't need to coat a lot of it, but you're going to put this in because it's going to rise. And if you didn't have this in there when it was rising, it's just going to stick to the bowl. So make sure it's nicely coated all around and cover it with a cloth until it doubles in size. Okay, so now I'm going to make the filling. Now, a lot of people like to use melted butter. I like softened butter because I like to spread it rather than, kind of like, it just spreads better for me. This is still not quite all the way soft, but that's all right. By the time I work it in, we'll be good. So I've got a generous and not really packed half cup of light brown sugar. And I guess this would be a packed cup of a dark brown sugar. And 3 tablespoons of cinnamon. So I'm just going to work this in till I get a paste. You could add vanilla if you want to. I'm not going to, which is really strange for me because I'm a vanilla nut. So I just kind of really want the cinnamon to be the star of the show. All right, so away I go. Man, don't I wish I could work this fast. And like I said, this next step is the reason I decided to make these rolls to put this on top. But I'm telling you, there's a lot there, and the things you could do with it. It's marshmallow fluff, so anything you would put marshmallows on, you could use that. Put them on pancakes, put them on French toast, put them on toast. Use them for to dip apples in it. Oh, that'd be good. Or celery or whatever it is you like. I know here I'm trying to be healthy with carrots and celeries with this sweetest concoction ever, but man, is it good. So here's how to make that. Keep this one tagged in your arsenal, guys. You'll want it. I was thinking this would be fantastic on a cheesecake and then brulee it. Oh yeah, especially pumpkin cheesecake. Okay, behave. All right, I'm ready. Here's how to make the cream, the stuff. I'm just calling it the stuff. Okay, now here's where it's a little bit different for me than it would be for you. I happen to have cinnamon honey. I know, what the heck, right? But there are a lot of beekeepers here and they flavor their honey. So this one is cinnamon honey. You can use regular honey and about a teaspoon of cinnamon for this. And then I'm using a half a cup of heavy cream. That's it. That's all that goes into this beautiful nectar. And then just whisk it up until it's creamy. The heavy cream is going to keep it from being super sticky and stringy, and it makes it nice and creamy and runny and yummy. So I have a pan, and I lined it with paper and just sprayed it with some cooking spray. I could have just made these longer and lifted them up, but I'm not worried about that so much. I just want easy cleanup, and when I do cut them, I don't want to cut my pan. I know, I'm weird like that. All right, this baby is ready. It's doubled in size. Ooh, it's nice and warm. Best place to keep this is wherever you know it's going to be a warm spot. Here in Arizona, it's outside my patio. So we're going to turn this out and roll it. Beautiful. All right, I am going to generously flour it and kind of shape it. Just let me play. I want a rectangle, and I'm not gonna lie, I never really measure. I just go. So I'm gonna flour my pen and just go. God, this is so soft. Obviously, the thinner you make it, the more spirals you're going to get. It's a pretty forgiving dough, so don't worry so much about it. All right, let me just keep rolling. It's a pretty wonky angle, isn't it? Sorry, I don't know why. I just wanted to roll on this rather than my chef's table. That's all right. So we're going to get this and spread it on, and this is why I like it to be soft and not melted butter. Believe it or not, there is plenty. Okay, so as you can tell, I like to take it all the way to the edge, most especially the one that I'm going to roll up first. Okay, right here, I really want it all the way to the edge. The other side, not so much, but now we just roll. And here you could add chocolate chips or nuts or whatever. I don't. I just like the cinnamon. Try to keep them tight. Got some unhappy dogs in the neighborhood. I hear a lot of barking. Okay, this is going to make quite a bit, which you don't hear me complaining. All right, now when I cut my cinnamon rolls, I use dental floss. I slide it underneath. This part here is one thing I don't like about why I try to be so even, is because I don't like this waste. So I'll play with that later. But in the meantime, I've got these pieces, and I kind of want pretty decent sized rolls. So I'm just going to take it, wrap it in a string, and then they come out just so even and so clean. You see that? Okay, I stacked them in there pretty good. Now, again, they get covered until they're doubled in size. It could be, depending on when you're at, any time between half an hour to an hour. So just let them do what they need to do. You can either keep this on top of your preheated oven, or like I'm going to do, put it back outside in that heat. They're in the oven. Oh my God. I don't have lungs big enough to inhale as much of that smell as I want. This is the smell of a bakery. Oh, I'm happy. Okay, so these are done. Beautifully done. And while they're hot, I'm going to pour this icing on top of it. Here's where I'm going to show my generosity and my love. I'm just going to pour this stuff on. And believe it or not, it really won't be like ooey gooey, but it'll be perfect. Okay, well, we both know there's no way I'm going to be a good girl. Not with these smells, baby. There's reasons the baker gets to enjoy their treats, right? Oh, that's beautiful. Look at the cinnamon inside. That's yummy. Mm. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, that is so good. I think this is better than cream cheese icing. Oh. It's just like a mouthful of, oh. This stuff is good. I can't wait to share it. Okay, now I'll share it. All right, my friends, give it a shot. We got Thanksgiving coming up. You're gonna want to try a whole bunch of different things. I would recommend trying this, well, tomorrow. Anytime, it's so good. Okay, my friends, until next time, time to go swimming. Happy baking.
Ah, that was fun. Don't forget to like and subscribe.